All right, well, I'm going to pick right up where I left off. This is part 2 of the Creating Your Own Website on Google. Now under Site Settings, I have General. This is where I have my site name, my site description, if there's mature content, which there is not, which one is the landing page or what's my home page. If I want to use Google Statistics, this is like how many visitors are coming to the website, where are those visitors from, different statistics like that if I wanted to enable that. The verification tool, so if you are a webmaster and you want to do some more advanced features with Google Sites, you need to enable this. Don't really worry about that if you're new to Google Sites. What language you're using, how can people access your website, who can access revision history, so who can see like all the changes that you've made. Generally I keep this to collaborators only. And then some different, if you ever wanted to delete the website or publish the site as a template, like if you tweaked it and then you want to share this as a template, you can do it here and copy it. So that's all found under General. This is the only place to delete the website, right under here, if you don't like your website. And once you've deleted it, everything is gone. There's no more history or anything like that. So only delete the site if you're sure that you want to get rid of everything. Not just a page, but this deletes everything. And like I said, there is no way of recovering it. So I click on sharing. Sharing allows me to just basically send out an email telling people that this website does exist and come visit it. You can also add people that are allowed to work on the site. You can use collaborators. Collaborators are allowed to add content to the site, but they're not necessarily allowed to delete the site or things like that. Monetize, so if you wanted to add ads to your website, you can stick those on here, clicking on monetize this website. Most teachers' websites that I know, though, don't have any ads on them. Especially a lot of schools don't like you to have ads, so I always keep display. The web address. So here's the web address for my website. You can click on this and it'll actually open it up. That's the web address that I would want to give to all my students and email out, and this is the place that everybody can access the site from. So this is the web address. If you ever forget, how do I access that site again? Just click on your site, go to Manage Site and Web Address, and it'll tell you the address right here. Then I go under Site Appearance, so this is going to give you the ability to change the layout of the site, what's in my sidebar, where the content area is, the header, that's like the title bar, or the title of your thing that's up here. So you can edit how your website looks in here. Colors and fonts, if you want to change the way your website looks, for instance, if you don't necessarily like the font or don't necessarily like the link color, you can come in here and change all that. I tend to leave things as default, especially because I'm using a template. They usually pick some really nice colors and stuff that all match, so there's no reason to edit this. But if you do want to change it, you can change it in here. And if you didn't select a template, this is definitely a great way to change your background, change the different link colors so your website has a little bit more flair. And then again, themes is down here. Now I can't change the template that I selected, but I can change the background and the way my website's created through this themes. Themes is a great way, if you didn't choose a template, if you just had a blank template, to add a little bit of like a background image and some different fonts and preset colors and all that, so you don't have to go through the fonts and colors and choose all that. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do before I go back to my site is I'm going to go here to Site Layout. Now, if I did want to adjust the colors and fonts and themes, I would do that right now, but I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to keep those the same, and I'm going to go back to Site Layout right here. Now, this sidebar right here, this is like how I want my website to look, and like how the, just like this is a sidebar over here. My website's going to have a sidebar, so having text on it is not bad, but I want to have text on the top rather than right below all the links and stuff. So I'm going to grab this I'm going to drag it up. Then I'm going to click the edit button right here. I can change the, oops, actually I want to drag the text up and then hit edit on text. Alright, so I can call this welcome. Welcome, and then I can click in here and say like, hello, welcome students. Welcome students. This is your website. Then I click OK. If I didn't want to have text on my sidebar and I just wanted to have text in the content, which is, you know, that's common, I could delete this. So I could just hit the delete button right there. Next is navigation. So under navigation, I'm going to want to link to all the different pages that I have. So I can click on edit right here. Title, navigation, that's fine. You can also do like a sitemap or something like that. Navigation's fine. Or like classes. I don't know, I'm just going to keep mine at navigation. If you wanted to display that title, you could. On my website I do display the title. I have the title up there, so I'm going to check on that automatically, and then this is going to be linked to the sitemap. That's exactly what I want. I want this to be linked to the sitemap, which is just going to be, the sitemap is just a map or a list of all the different pages that you have. So don't want recent site activity. That would be like if I changed my website in some way, I could have a link to that, but I don't want my my viewers to be able to see that, so I'm going to keep that unchecked, and I'm going to click OK. Now if I wanted to add something else here, there's many different things that I can add here. I can add AdSense, which is a way to monetize your website or make money off of it. I could add some more text. I could add a countdown to this. I would just click like add, and then I can edit the countdown, like last day of school, day of school, and then I could choose a date here, and let's see, that's probably in June. I think it's June 6th for us. Then I hit OK, and there we go. Now I have a countdown. Up here, this is going to be the header, so I can change the logo, but I'm going to keep the logo the same. And the alignment, I'm just going to keep all that the same because I kind of like that. But if I wanted to change it, I could change it right here. And then the content I definitely want to just remain the same. I'll edit that on the edit pages. And then I want to make sure that I hit the save changes right down here. Alright, and that's going to be good for my site layout. Alright, so now that I've finished editing my site layout, and this is exactly how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and return to the site, and we're going to start editing the individual pages. So right now I want to figure out exactly how many pages I want and what I want to see available. So I have these pages over here. These were all pre-created. If I wanted to create an additional page, I can create one right here. But going through here, I don't really want a lot of these pages to be on my navigation, like family blog, family calendar, stuff like that. So I'm going to delete these. So I'm going to go to family blog. Then I'm going to go to more actions right here, and I'm going to delete the page. Yes, I want to delete family blog, and it's going to delete a sub page, but that's okay. So I'll hit delete. That's gone. Family calendar, I also want to delete that. I'm going to click on more actions, delete. Family map, more actions, delete. Family profiles, I'm going to delete this page. And this is going to delete some sub pages too, but that's okay. Family recipes, more action, delete that page. Family albums, more actions, delete. And the sitemap, this shows all the different views and stuff. I don't really want my although this is a nice page, I don't really want my visitors to this site to be able to see this, so I'm actually going to take this off of the navigation screen. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back, edit the sidebar, edit the navigation, and I don't really want the sitemap on here after all, so I'm going to click OK and return to the site. Oh, stay on this page, make sure that you hit Save Changes, and then return to site. Alright, so now I just have my navigation, my home page, and then that's it. So I'm going to create a few pages. To create a page, I'm going to just hit that button right there. I do want this to be a web page, and I'll just title this Class 1. So, you know, you could I would title this like Linux Plus or Web Development or Graphic Arts, something like that. If you wanted this to be a sub page, you would put it under Home. But for now, and just as a beginner, just keep everything at the top level. Then hit Create Page. Alright, I'll just go ahead and save this. I'm going to create all my pages first. Then I'll create like Class 2, keeping this at the top level. Now again, if I wanted this like to just have a bunch of files on this page, rather than using this as just a blank web page, I might choose File Cabinet. If I wanted to have a list of items, I might choose List. If I wanted this to be like a blog or something, I might do Announcements. But I'm just going to keep it with the standard web page. It's usually pretty good. So I'll create. I'm going to save it. And then create one more page. Create Class 3. Create page. So now I have Home, Class 1, Class 2, Class 3. Then I'm going to I'll save this, create a new page, Classroom Rules, create page, and the last thing, I'm going to save that, and the last page that I want is contact, so I'm going to hit create page and contact, and hit the save button right there. Okay, so now that I have all of my pages created over here and my navigation bar is looking correct, I'm going to actually start editing the pages. Now the first thing that I want to do is this home. I like to call this something else. Maybe I want to call this welcome. So I'm going to click on edit page right here, and right up here at the top we'll see that this home appears, and this is whatever the title of the page is. So if I wanted to change this to like welcome, go ahead and do that, and I'll hit save. And we'll notice now that the navigation has changed to welcome. If I want to be able to see that welcome up in here, I'm going to click on more actions, and I'm going to go down to page settings. Page settings allows you to show the page title, so if I wanted to show welcome, which I do, I can check that box. If I want to allow comments on this particular page, I can check that. I don't really want comments. If I wanted to attach things to this web page, I can check that. Show links to subpages. We don't have any subpages on this site, so I don't need to do that. And if I wanted to change the URL, so rather than have it be home, I'm going to change it to welcome. And save. And now the URL to my website has been changed to welcome, which is excellent. Well, that ends part 2 of this video. I apologize for the abruptness. Please watch video 3 to complete the project. I'll begin right where I left off.